Hello again, friends. It's Ms. Stevenson here with you again. If this is the second video of mine that you're watching this week, you've already heard me talk about something called perspective. Perspective is a word we use in art when we want things to look a little bit more realistic. When we're looking at things and we're showing perspective in art, it makes things look like some things are close up and some things are far away. And one way we can show perspective is by drawing things that look like they're in front of each other or behind each other, because then it looks like the things in front are close and the things behind are farther away. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to draw a bowl of fruit showing a little bit of perspective. And the reason that I chose a bowl of fruit is because I know that a lot of us like to talk about all of the yummy, healthy foods that we eat at home, right? So that's why I chose fruit. I'm going to show you 3 pieces of fruit. If you want to add more to your fruit bowl, you can. If you want to change the types of fruit that you have in your fruit bowl, you can do that too. Now, you all know that marker is what shows up best on the camera, right? So I'm going to show you with marker, but I drew my picture first using pencil, because pencil, if you draw with pencil and you decide that you don't like it or you've made a mistake, you can always erase, right? Marker, you can't erase it. So if you make a mistake, it could get a little bit disappointing, right? So it might be a good idea for you when you're trying this to draw with pencil first, if you want, and then you can go over the pencil lines later with marker. That's what I did. I drew my drawing with pencil, and now I'm going to trace all my lines using a marker. You just can't see that the pencil lines are there right now. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to start to draw the bowl. And the first line of the bowl looks like that. It looks like it's almost a straight line, but there's a little bit of a bend to it. It looks like kind of a very, very slight smile, right? And then I'm going to draw, and I want it to be pretty big on the page. That way you have a nice big bowl and you can draw the fruit nice and big in the bowl, okay? The next thing I'm going to draw is the bottom of the bowl. We want the bowl to look like it's deep, like it's holding something. There we go. Next, I'm going to draw my first piece of fruit. Okay, I'm going to go in. I don't want to draw it right from the corner. You'll see why in a minute. I'm going to go in a little bit. You see? I'm going to start in a little bit from the corner of the bowl. And I'm going to draw, it's going to look like a circle, but it's not a full circle. You only see half of the circle, the top of it, because the other half is inside the bowl. I want it to look like the fruit is in the bowl, right? So you don't see the whole thing. That's perspective. You see the part that's above the rim of the bowl, but the part that's in the bowl, we can't see. We know it's there. We just can't see it with our eyes. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw another piece of fruit. It's got this little kind of dimple thing on the top. What do you think this is going to be? You'll probably know once I add my details. What do we think now? I bet you know. It's an apple. And do you see how I did the same thing with the apple? Part of the apple is above the rim of the bowl, so we can see it with our eyes. The other part is inside the bowl, so we don't see it, right? The bowl is in front. This apple is even behind this piece of fruit. That's even more perspective. And I'm going to add a detail to this piece of fruit, and maybe you'll be able to tell what this is. I added little dimple marks to it. I'm going to make that an orange. Okay, it would be really easy to change one of these pieces of fruit to a lemon or a lime or a pear. You don't have to do the exact same kinds of fruit as me. Next, I'm going to add just the top of another piece of fruit. Starts with a B. Banana. And you can only see the very top of it because the rest of it is in the bowl and it's behind the orange and the apple. Do you see that? That's perspective, my friends. Now, do you remember I told you to start your orange in from the edge of the bowl a little bit? I'm going to show you another really, really easy trick that shows perspective in a really cool way. If you put a little line there and another little line over here, it looks even more like the fruit is in the bowl because we're starting to see the other side of the opening to the bowl. We can't see the other rim because the fruit is in front, but we know it's there. We just can't see it because something's in front. And you could even color this part dark so it kind of looks like a shadow. It looks like the inside of the bowl is a little bit dark. Look at that. And now, right now it looks like my bowl is floating in the air. It looks like it's in outer space. Maybe there's zero gravity. But I want my bowl to look like it's sitting on a table. So I'm going to draw a line over here. Here, my marker's starting to go. This is terrible. There we go. I'm going to draw a line right there. It looks like that way the bowl is sitting on the table. And I'm going to lift up my marker. I drew my line. I'm going to lift up my marker. I'm going to go all the way across to the other side of the bowl and put my marker back down. And I want to draw a line on the other side as well, because that looks like the other side of the table. The line does not go all the way through the bowl because then that would look a little bit weird, right? The tabletop is behind the bowl. So we have to draw one side of the table here and then pick up our marker and put it back down again on the other side of the bowl to finish the table. And there you have it, guys. Now I'm not going to color mine because I've said before, I don't want to influence how you color your picture. You could color it with pencil crayons or markers or pastels or crayons. There are lots of different materials that you can use. I'm sure you all have many different kinds of things at home. You can pick the one that you like and you can color your picture. Maybe this is a lime. Maybe it's not an orange. And apples could be red or green or yellow. You can choose what color that you draw for your apple if you've drawn an apple. Okay, have a great time, guys. I hope that you learned a little something new with this video. And as always, I'm excited to see what you're going to send us in your classrooms. Bye for now.